Salve a tutti e benvenuti. Welcome to this Coffee Break Italian live. Now, this is a special live. We are doing a live broadcast today because it's Black Friday, and on Black Friday, we have some amazing savings to be made on our courses. And I thought I would share these with you and basically tell you all about our different courses that we have and answer some of your questions that we've had over the past few days because our sale has been up and running since Monday and we've had lots and lots of questions about which course should I start with? Which course is right for me? What's the difference between the Coffee Break Academy and Coffee Break courses and Coffee Break Club and so on? So I'm going to answer all of these questions in this live broadcast. Now, let me double check that everything is working. You should be able to see our slides here. That all looks good. You should be able to see me, and we shouldn't have any audio on from the sound, the jingle. I'm loving this comment. Mac is vibing to this jam. So you definitely seem to enjoy the the theme tune for Coffee Break Italian there as we got started. So good to know. We have got many of you joining us live, and of course, it may well be the case that some of you are joining us after the fact because you might be sound asleep just now. At the moment, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon here in Scotland. We have been doing lives all afternoon. I have done a German live, a Spanish live, and a French live, and it's now time for Italian. Allora, parliamo un po' di italiano perché oggi è molto importante perché abbiamo il nostro Black Friday sale. È molto importante perché voi potete, you can benefit from this because it is the best time to start learning Italian with Coffee Break because we have 40% off on all our courses. Now, I've asked you to let us know where you're watching from in the comments. It would be lovely to say hello to some of you, and also great to say hello to some of our new members who have joined just while this is running, while we're actually live today. Let me just check that we've got this. Yes, so who is watching? Chi ci guarda? Who is watching us? We've got Mac, who's saying he loves the theme song, especially when something clicks and I understand the words or phrases. Fantastico. And you're watching from Portland in Oregon. So I'm guessing it is fairly early in the morning. I hope the sun is shining there for you today. And Yolanda saying salve a tutti. Michelle, ciao Marco, sono Michelle, piacere Michelle. Let us know where you're watching and we will be very happy also to answer any questions that you may have. Now, as I said, we're going to be talking through all of this, the content that we've got for Coffee Break Italian. We're going to be talking about our academy courses and all the range of courses that we have in the Coffee Break Academy. We are also going to be talking about the membership, this new membership that we've introduced. In the Coffee Break Academy, and we'll be talking about the Coffee Break Club because that's a different product, it's a different opportunity, and there you'll be able to continue practicing your Italian and benefiting from little short lessons that we have available for you on the Coffee Break Club. We'll be, of course, talking about the pricing of our courses and, crucially, helping you save 40% on all of our courses this week. As I say, this is a special event because it is our Black Friday sale. Our Black Friday sale extends until Tuesday the 28th at 11:59 p.m. So 1 minute before midnight, make sure you've used the coupon code BF2023 before then, or simply visit our page at coffeebreaklanguages.com/BF23 to get access to all of our discounts. And of course, I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have by the end of this broadcast. So Michelle is watching from the United States. We've got Kerry joining us from the US. Fantastic to have you here, Kerry. And Tara saying, love you, grazie. Been listening to your podcast since last month from season 1 from Amsterdam. Okay, heel goed. Michelle's joining us from Pennsylvania and Yolanda from the USA. Now, as I said, it might also be possible to welcome some new members. So let's just double check if we've got any. I think I can press this button here and we'll see. Yeah, okay, so We've got Changwu, who has just enrolled in Coffee Break Italian levels 2 and 3. Benissimo, Changwu. Grazie mille. We've got Laura, who has enrolled in Coffee Break Italian level 2. Brilliant, good to know. And we also have Sharon, who has enrolled in Coffee Break Italian level 3. Benissimo, grazie mille. Okay, we will check back in later to see if we get any new sign-ups during this live. And if you do sign up, of course, we will say hello to you during this live broadcast. Okay, as I said, today we are talking about all of our courses, and these courses include Coffee Break Italians levels 1, 2, and 3, our main flagship courses for Italian learners, for beginners, intermediate, and advanced learners. But we're also going to be talking about our shorter courses like Italian to Go, magazines, and our reading clubs and our travel diaries. And really, through the presentation that I've got for you today, we'll be taking a look at these courses in the Coffee Break Academy and talking about what is involved in the courses to show you behind the scenes, to show you really what you can benefit from by accessing these courses on the Coffee Break Academy. Now, let me just double check. Sorry, there's a lot going on here. I just need to check that all of this is making sense. Yep, that's all fine. Right. Okay, so I think we are good to go in terms of jumping into the Coffee Break Academy. Before we do that, what I'd actually like to do is just go to that page that I mentioned earlier. So coffeebreaklanguages.com/BF23. That takes you to our Black Friday sale. And on our Black Friday sale page, if we scroll down, you can see that we've got 9 different languages available. So if you are interested in learning another language, then you can do so here. But if we jump to Italian, this takes us to some of our Italian highlights. But it also mentions the Coffee Break Club, which I'll talk about in a moment. But the best way to access all of the information that you need is this section here where it says view our full range of Italian courses. So if I click on full view all Italian courses, we come to our Italian page. And just a reminder that yes, in 4 days, 6 hours, 48 minutes and 18 seconds, the Black Friday sale will no longer be on, so you'll no longer be able to save 40% on all of our Coffee Break Italian courses. Now, if you're not sure which course to buy, there's a fantastic webinar that you can watch. And that's this webinar. So you're already watching it if you've reached this stage. But that is, excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. I have been talking solidly for 3 hours and 11 minutes, so I apologise. I just needed to cough there. Okay, I think I'm back. Apologies for that. I hope that I muted before I started coughing. I thought I had unmuted after I coughed, but obviously I hadn't. I have been talking for 3 hours and 13 minutes already this afternoon, so I'm a little bit hoarse. I was just having some water, but then I thought I was back, and obviously I wasn't. So apologies for that. We will return to our website here, and we are focusing on Coffee Break Italian Level 1. Now, Coffee Break Italian Level 1 is for absolute beginners, and it will take you from zero Italian to a level where you can confidently travel in an Italian speaking area. So that means that you'll be able to use Italian to get around the town. You'll be able to use Italian to order food and drink, to go to the pharmacy, to deal with public transport, to check into a hotel. A whole range of practical situations where you will be using your Italian. Now, hundreds of thousands of people across the world have already taken Coffee Break Italian Season 1, and you can do so too. Let's take a look at the course, because the course is available in the Coffee Break Academy. So if I jump up here, we've got an account here for the Coffee Break Academy where I've got access to all of our courses, and if I just search for Level 1, we'll be able to go in here and you can see all of the courses that are available, Portuguese, Gaelic, Swedish, French, Italian, Spanish, and so on. If I go into Italian, then you can see here that the whole course, I'll just increase the size of this a little. We start with hello and how are you, greetings, saying where you're from, using the negative, introducing family members and so on. So these are practical situations where you're using Italian and you're learning the basics of using Italian in this context. If we take a look at one of these lessons, so for example, this is lesson 8, our video lesson, and you can see from the example here, c'è una farmacia qui vicino. Is there a pharmacy near here? I could be doing with that for my throat this afternoon. So this is a video lesson. We can watch the video lesson. We can also download the video. And we can access the audio version of this lesson as well. So we could, for example, watch the video and then listen to the audio lesson as we're out and about. We're going for a run, or we're perhaps in the car, or at the gym, or walking the dog, or whatever it happens to be. So if we come back, we can also see that we get lesson notes for every lesson. And the lesson notes include an introductory conversation, and then with explanations of any new vocabulary, a recap of what's previously been covered, more places in the town, so new vocabulary and explanations, and everything there is there to help you. But of course, the idea is that every coffee break lesson should feel like going for a coffee with a friend, where you and your friend, who happens to speak Italian and able to help you learn Italian, can enjoy a natural chat, a friendly conversation about learning Italian. So that is Coffee Break Italian Level 1. Just jump back here, and what I'd like to do is go forward a little. If we come back to, sorry, I've lost my cursor here. There we go. So if we go to the end of the course, so jump to, I don't know, lesson 39, let's say. So lesson 39, making tiramisu, I should have known that that was the lesson to go for. And if we jump into lesson 39 notes, we're going to see the transcript of the conversation between Katie and Anna, Francesca's mum, who was making a tiramisu and at this point. So Katie is using the Italian that she has learned in the course, and you can see that this is not just mi chiamo Mark and come ti chiami and dov'è la piscina. This is complex Italian. So this gives you an idea of how far you could come with just one course, one level of Coffee Break Italian. So, as I said, this is level 1, and it's our introductory course. It's the best possible way to start learning Italian on your coffee break. And as I said, there is 40% off. So at the moment, $145 is down to $87, just $87 with the code BF2023, saving you 40% at the moment on your Italian learning. Now, we also have another beginner's course, that would be Coffee Break Italian to Go Season 1. And that's a series of video lessons where Francesca has been out and about in the streets of Italy and talking to native speakers and asking them questions. And each question is, each episode features one question and lots of different answers to that question. So it's a great opportunity to hear some of the content that you've practiced in level 1 in season 1 of Coffee Break Italian to Go. So that's another beginner's course, moving you on a little bit from beginners. Now, if we move on to an intermediate level, we have Coffee Break Italian Level 2. And of course, that is our main flagship intermediate course, again, featuring 40 lessons. And in this time, this time it's not Katie, but Ayla, who is our learner. And in all of our lessons, we have a learner and a teacher, in this case, and a native speaker too, with Francesca, me as the teacher, and Ayla as our learner in level 2. So within level 2, again, is 40 lessons, audio, video, and text lessons. Let's take a look at level 2 now. So if we come back to the Coffee Break Academy here, I'll just jump into level 2. And we'll find Coffee Break Italian Level 2. So we can see here that perhaps there's a slightly more grammar focus in level 2. So we're starting with conjugating are verbs, and then looking at reflexive verbs, and then looking at ire verbs, and so on, and then starting to think about irregular verbs, so fare, the verb to do, to make. Cosa facciamo stasera? What are we doing this evening? So this is when we're introducing fare as an irregular verb, and we have a little presentation on fare and doing the different types of things that we're doing. So these are examples of present tenses here. And you can see that we've covered a variety of present tenses. We've looked at reflexives, and then mettersi, to put on, mi metto la giacca, and so on. Divertirsi, to enjoy yourself, and so on. And we're looking at Italian, but really understanding the language and how it works, not just learning a series of phrases. And I think that's so important. If you're using something like Duolingo, you're learning phrases, sometimes quite random phrases, let's be honest. And you work your way through these phrases. And yes, you can say those phrases, you can understand what those phrases are, but you don't necessarily know how to create the language yourself and say something that you've never said before. And that's what language learning is about. It's about saying something that you've never said before and knowing how to say it. And that's what we teach you to do in Coffee Break, where we teach you to understand the language, teach you to apply the rules that you've learned to other words and other phrases and other expressions, so that you're able to create the language yourself. You are not just learning a series of phrases. So if we jump ahead in season 2, let's go straight to the end and jump to... wow, that's there's already quite a lot of complex stuff in here. I love the end of season of level 2 because it's a like a, how would you say, a soap opera called La Mia Estate, and the last 10 lessons take all the things we've learned in level 2 and it gives you the opportunity to hear these in different contexts and see them, see the language and the constructions and the idiomatic expressions that you've learned in this different context. So with La Mia Estate, we're following a story, and if we jump back here, you'll see the level of Italian that we're now using. So this is time to say goodbye. And you can see here that the level is already much higher, and we're now looking at a level of B1, almost into B2 content here for our soap opera La Mia Estate. And you're hearing different accents, you're seeing different constructions, and it really gives you the chance to develop the Italian that you've been learning up to this point. So that's level 2, and if we come back here, we'll be able to see also the other content that we have at this intermediate level. So we've got our Coffee Break Italian travel diaries, and the travel diaries aren't connected to our main level. These are additional courses which allow you to take the Italian that you've learned in level 2 and take it further. the Italian travel diaries are based around stories. So in the first story, you're following a young couple as they travel through Tuscany. And then in season two of the travel diaries, you're following an older couple as they take a winter journey through Trentino Alto Adige, one of my favourite regions of Italy. I think I love this series actually because it just conjures up so many happy memories of time spent in this part of Italy. So that's Coffee Break Italian Travel Diaries. Let's have a quick look at what they look like in the Coffee Break Academy because they're slightly different to our main courses, our level courses. So travel, let's search for travel. Once again, we have all of the courses in this account, so I'll just need to look for Italian Travel Diaries. So here we are, Coffee Break Italian Travel Diaries. And this is a winter journey through the north of Italy. Here's my favourite episode, Tre Cime di Lavaredo, Finalmente in Vetta. So we've got the audio and notes. We've got a study text that we go through within the audio. And you can see the language is at that sort of level 2 language, so a B level in language. You can see again, everything's explained. There is lots of, this is interesting because we've got the difference between riuscire and potere. So non posso bere il latte, I can't drink milk. Non riesco a bere il latte, I just can't drink milk. So we've got a subtle difference between these two words, and it's explained here in the text and also in the audio lesson because, as I said, every audio lesson is this friendly conversation. It's not just listen to this audio without any personality or anything like that. It's in these travel diaries, we're listening to the texts, where Francesca and I are discussing the text, and we're hearing the whole story and investigating the story together. So that is our Coffee Break Italian Travel Diaries at our intermediate level. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention at the intermediate level is our reading club. And the reading club is a great way to not only develop your Italian language knowledge, but also your Italian cultural knowledge, because that's an equally important part for anything, for any aspect of learning Italian. So I think I've got a problem here with my internet. I am just double checking if we're still okay on the broadcast here because I seem to have a little problem with my internet. Sorry about this. I think we're okay. I'm hoping that you're able to see this and hear this. I'll continue on. Let's continue. Italian Italian Reading Club. So the Italian Reading Club, the whole idea of the Italian Reading Club is an opportunity to build your knowledge of not only the language, but the culture of, in this case, Italy. So the Italian Reading Club is organised in 52 lessons over 52 weeks. So on week 1, you get one reading text and you can work through the reading text with an audio version. There is vocabulary, there are some comprehension questions to help you understand the text. What there's not is a translation, because if we provide a translation, then it's too easy just to read the translation. So we don't provide the translation, we provide the reading text, vocabulary, comprehension questions, and an audio version to help you understand. And that helps you investigate what the text means yourself and develop your understanding that bit more. But with the reading texts, you get one every week. So it means that you can do a new bit of reading and learn a new aspect of Italian culture every week. And there's 2 seasons of this, and there's no reason why you can't do both at one time. So I would say, if you're interested in this idea, sign up for one today, and you'll get your first text today. You'll get your next text next Friday, and your third text the Friday after that. And then maybe sign up for the other one on Monday, and then that means you'll get another text a week on Monday and a fortnight on Monday and so on. So that would be a nice way of improving your knowledge of Italian language and culture at the same time as you're working through other materials. So that's our Coffee Break Italian Reading Club. Now, so far we've been talking about beginners and intermediate materials. And before I go on to talk about our advanced content in the Coffee Break Academy, I want to tell you about something a little different. And that is our Coffee Break Club, because the Coffee Break Club gives you an opportunity to practice what you've been learning at this intermediate level, the beginners and intermediate level, in a completely different way. Let me show you the club. So if I come back here to all our videos, the Coffee Break Club came out of an idea that we had. It's linked to, you know, these kind of fitness video clubs where you can get a fitness lesson like Peloton or Apple Fitness Plus, where you can do, I've got 10 minutes and I want to do some abs exercises, or I've got 20 minutes and I want to do a cycle or something like that, or a rowing challenge or something. And the whole idea is that we wanted to port this over to language learning and think, well, I've got 10 minutes, I want to do some grammar practice. I've got 5 minutes, I want to do a translation challenge. So we started to put together video lessons which addressed exactly that. And we have put these into our new video platform, Coffee Break TV, and this is where you can access the Coffee Break Club. Now, the Coffee Break Club gives you access to French, German, Spanish, and Italian content. And if we go here for the Coffee Break Italian videos, you'll see here that there are literally hundreds of video lessons featuring your favourite Italian teachers, Francesca, Maurizio, and myself. And you can access all of this content whenever you like. So it's an on-demand video library of Italian lessons. And there are different levels, there are different lengths. So you can see here, for example, if you've just got 5 minutes, we select all the short lessons, and you can see that in 3 minutes or 6 minutes or 5 minutes and so on, you can do some Italian learning. Alternatively, you can organize it by levels. So if you want some beginners content, these are some introductory videos at an A1 level. You can also look at intermediate content and see different grammar videos. You can do our Dove mi trovo oggi, which is our guessing game. We're trying to identify a location. In fact, let's take a look at one of these now. So here's Francesca with a Dove mi trovo oggi.
Dove mi trovo oggi? Salve a tutti, eccoci di nuovo insieme per un altro episodio di Dove mi trovo oggi? Io sono Francesca e indovinate un po', Maurizio mi ha appena inviato una cartolina, ma questa cartolina viene da una località misteriosa. So we don't really know where Maurizio is writing from. But we are going to read this postcard together in order to find out where Maurizio is or where Maurizio went when he wrote this cartolina. Okay, so let's listen to the postcard and then we will comment it together.
Ciao Francesca! Ti scrivo mentre mi godo un bicchiere di sangria e un po' di tapas. Nei giorni scorsi mi sono divertito ad ammirare i magnifici edifici della città, come il Palazzo Reale. Ho passato tantissimo tempo nel museo più importante del paese, dove ho potuto vedere le opere di Goya. Nonostante la stanchezza della giornata, però, sono anche riuscito ad andare a qualche festa in uno dei tantissimi bar che si trovano qui. D'altronde, questa è una città che non dorme mai. Hai capito dove mi trovo oggi? A presto, Maurizio.
Che gentile Maurizio!
Now, I am going to just pause that video and interrupt Maurizio's postcard to Francesca, because here, what will then happen is Francesca will go through and discuss all of these clues. And the idea is that over the course of the clues, as we investigate each of the clues, we'll identify the location of this particular postcard. And if we just jump to the end, I hope I'm not spoiling anything here, but if I jump to the end, I think we'll probably be able to...
Although it's not good English, this is what
let's
it
have a
means.
listen.
Allora, quale città non dorme mai? Hai capito dove mi trovo oggi? A presto, Maurizio. Have you understood where I am today? See you soon, Maurizio. Ok, allora, quite a lot of content and ideas and hints in this postcard. Allora, dove si trova Maurizio? Sì, Maurizio si trova a Madrid, nella bellissima capitale della Spagna. E voi avete mai visitato?
So there you have the answer, and just to congratulate Yanis, Yanis was indeed correct. So well done, Yanis. So this is an example of one of the many, many videos, literally hundreds of videos that we have on the Coffee Break Club. We also have other series like our translation challenges, our Coffee Break Al Sole, where we are looking at different examples of nice expressions. So, sforzarsi di fare qualcosa, essere solito fare qualcosa, riprendere a fare qualcosa. So, verbal constructions, and given lots of examples of these. And also discovery videos, as we call them, where we're learning a little, I love this one, La pasta che divide l'Italia, la matriciana, one of my favorite, absolute favorite pasta dishes, la matriciana. So these are interesting texts put to video with explanations and discussions around the text. So the Coffee Break Club is a fantastic way of keeping your level of Italian up. Whether you're at the level 1 going into level 2 or level 2 going into level 3, because it allows you to practice Italian with literally 5 minutes to go. So if you've got, I don't know, you could be sitting at a bus stop and you think, this would be the perfect time to do a little Italian lesson, because you've got a 5-minute Italian lesson that you can use. Or if you're thinking, well, it's 10 minutes before my favourite show comes on the TV, I'm going to do some Italian. And there you're able to use the Coffee Break Club for that. Now, we've got this in a web platform like coffeebreaktv.com, like we've just been looking at, but it's also available as an app. So you can download, you can't download, you can download the contents on the app for viewing offline, but you can watch all of these videos on our Coffee Break TV app, which is available for Android, for iOS, and for Apple TV. So it's the perfect way to do a little bit of learning on a regular basis, and you could do one of these videos every day and you will improve your Italian. Now, the great news is that there is 40% off our Coffee Break Italian Club. I say Coffee Break Italian Club, it's actually the Coffee Break Club, because for that one payment you get French, German, Spanish and Italian. Normally it's $19.99 a month. But it's on sale at the moment for just $11.99 for your first month, or $199 per year, down to $119 for your first year. So if you're interested in maintaining your if you're interested in maintaining your Italian, then the Coffee Break Club is a perfect way to do so. It's particularly useful for learners at that intermediate level, because most of the contents in the club are at the sort of A2 into B1 level. But the thing is, we're constantly adding new videos to that. In fact, in just, let me think, a week on Monday, we are launching a brand new series on the Coffee Break Club, and that's called Walk, Talk and Learn. So we've previously done some Walk, Talk and Learn videos, but there is a brand new series coming to the Coffee Break Club, and we're really excited about that, where we walk around the town, we talk about the language that we see around us, and we all learn something. So I'm going to go back now to talk about content on the Coffee Break Academy. And that way we will see our advanced materials that are available there. So let's take a look at this. So our advanced materials take a variety of forms. First of all, we've got level 3, which is our most advanced course. But we also have the shorter courses, Italian to Go Season 2, again, videos on the streets of Italy. And we have our Coffee Break Italian magazine, Seasons 1 and 2. Now, the magazine is more cultural content where we investigate cultural topics and go into these in detail, look at the types of materials that you might find in a newspaper, for example. And the content there, again, is explained. In fact, let me just show you rather than talk about it. The content there comes with, let me have a look here. So if we do magazine, then we've got, so here's season 2. Let's take a look. So we've got different topics. Italo Svevo, so this is a writer. Castelluccio di Norcia, La Festa del Primo Maggio, Samantha Cristoforetti. So Samantha Cristoforetti was an Italian astronaut. Tempio di Valadier, un tempio scavato nella roccia. Here's a great one. Pandoro Panettone. So questo è il dilemma. So this is a lovely episode all about the very important decision as to whether Pandoro or Panettone is the best type of cake. So if we go into this, we see the little introduction between Francesca and myself, and then we get into the text itself. So here's the study text. Oggi parliamo di Pandoro e Panettone. Il Pandoro e il Panettone sono i dolci natalizi più famosi d'Italia. So the most famous festive cakes in Italy. So, of course, there's the text there, and then there's explanations in our notes. But all of this is also explained in our audio materials. We have a vocabulary list for each episode, from Italian into English, and then a vocabulary list. I think we've got that from English into Italian. Yep, there we go. English into Italian. So you can cover up one side and try your understanding to see if you've understood everything. And then we also have some exercises, so tasks to help you understand what you've covered in the episode. So this is our Italian magazine, and it's a fantastic course to help you, again, not only develop your Italian language, but your Italian cultural understanding, which is such a key important of learning, such a key element of learning a language. Sorry, I'm not making much sense anymore. So the magazines are a great way to improve your Italian knowledge and your cultural knowledge. So they're normally $59, and they're down to $35 for with the Black Friday code. So a fantastic way of saving a huge amount on our magazines, and each course has 10 lessons that you can work through. But of course, our main content at level 3 is our advanced course. So let's take a look at our Coffee Break Italian level 3, and this will give you a little idea as to what is available in that course. It is at level 3. We also have courses in German, Spanish and French. I've just realised that you're seeing me and me scratching my head here. I thought you were seeing this. We have Coffee Break Italian level 3 here, but we've also got German, French and Spanish in level 3. But let's take a look at Coffee Break Italian level 3. You can see immediately that there is a grammar focus here, because at this stage we're really developing the understanding of Italian at a higher level. So we're talking about direct object pronouns, we're talking about the future tense, we're talking about the future perfect tense, we're talking about comparative adjectives and indirect object pronouns and so on. So lots of content here, which really focuses on the grammatical aspects. But it's not just about grammar. Again, Coffee Break is all about experiencing the language and doing so in a friendly, comfortable, enjoyable way. So yes, we might be talking about grammar, but we're also giving you plenty of examples, and you're seeing all of this in context. And in Coffee Break Italian Season 3, we do exactly that. So we have a presentation about what are we talking about here? So this is lesson 8, talking about disjunctive pronouns, exactly what you wanted to talk about. And disjunctive pronouns are very interesting in Italian, because there's 2 ways of using them. So there are your disjunctive pronouns, the me, te, lui, lei, noi, voi, loro, and aspettiamo loro. That's one way of saying it, but we could say we are waiting for them in a different way using a direct object pronoun, but that's for another lesson. So you've got this explanation of everything, and then we've got a dialogue, which is a situation, and we've got the situation which just so happens to include lots of disjunctive pronouns because that's what our episode is all about. So that's the main lesson, and then there's a bonus audio lesson, and in that bonus audio lesson we do some translation challenges as well, which gives you the chance to practice what you've learned. So you can see here we're talking about Italian at a high level. This is B2, sometimes pushing into C1 content, and it gives you the opportunity to really take your Italian further and develop that more. Now, John has got a very interesting question, which leads me perfectly on to the next part of this presentation. And we've just got about 5 minutes to go. So don't worry, if you're still here, we really appreciate you listening to this point. John is saying, do you get it all if you buy the Academy subscription? Well, funny you should ask that, John. The perfect question at the perfect moment, because yes, you do indeed get access to all of this if you buy the Coffee Break Academy subscription in Italian. So let me come back to our main page here. If we scroll down, before we get there, I'm just going to mention our bundles, because if you did want to buy, for example, levels 1 and 2 together, then the normal cost would be $249, but it's down to $149 in our sale. Likewise, if you wanted to buy levels 1, 2, and 3 together, that's $349 down to $209. However, it's important to mention that those courses are just level 1, level 2, and level 3. That's not the magazine, not the travel diaries, and so on. Those are just levels 1, 2, and 3. If you did want to access everything, then we have just introduced our Coffee Break Italian online membership. So if you can't decide which level, then you can access 9 Italian courses from beginners to advanced with 1 annual membership. So the normal price for this is at $599, but that's down to $359 with our coupon code Black Friday, well, BF 2023. So just really about $1 a day gives you access to 9 different Coffee Break Italian courses. So just to see which ones, we'll click for more info. And this is our memberships page. So if we go to Italian, you can see here that you would access level 1, To Go Season 1, level 2, our travel diaries, our magazine, To Go Season 2, and level 3. So you get access to all of those Italian courses with our online membership. Now, you don't get access to the Reading Club, that would be separate. But the Reading Club's a little bit different because it's an ongoing course that lasts for a year. But with the membership, you get access to all of those courses. And the crucial thing to know about the membership is that it's online only. So all of what we've seen today on the Coffee Break Academy, all of these courses, you would be able to access all of these, listen to the audio, watch the video content, read the, sorry, that's the wrong button there, read the lesson notes and so on in PDF, well, read them on screen. But in the online membership, the download buttons aren't active. So you can't download the content because it's an online only membership. So the online membership allows you to access all of these courses, but the caveat is that you would be accessing these within the Coffee Break Academy with internet access. So you can't download things for accessing later. You have to have ongoing internet access. However, it's the perfect way to access things if, number 1, you want to be dipping in and out of different courses. Number 2, you'll definitely have internet access wherever you need to access the content. And number 3, I guess, if you think you're going to be working relatively quickly through different levels, it is much better value to go for this online access version. So, I've talked about a lot this afternoon. We've talked about the membership. Really, if this is the journey of learning a language, let me just see if we can do this. Our different points in the Common European Framework of Reference, A1, A2, B2, B1, B2, sorry, B1, B2, C1, C2. I'm so tired. Um, these are the different stages in a sense, and we've got content that lasts all the way through this journey. Um, our beginners content level 1 and to go season 1, our intermediate content at level 2, our travel diaries, our reading club, and our advanced content at level 3 and the magazine and to go season 2. As I said earlier, the main levels take you from point A to point B, point C to point D, and so on. But learning a language is not necessarily about from moving from one point to another point. Sometimes you have to fill in the blanks, fill in the missing parts in between those levels. And again, when you're learning a language at the beginning, you can go forward because everything that you learn is something new. Whereas in the middle between those levels, you need something else. And that's where all our other courses come in, like our travel diaries, our magazine, our reading club. But of course, the club is there all the time, and that gives you the opportunity to do those little bits of learning when you have some time. And that we would very much recommend the club as an addition to one of the other levels that you're already working on. And of course, now is the perfect time to sign up for that. I'll leave this slide on screen for a little moment just to so that you can see the differences between the content that's available in the Coffee Break Academy and the content that's available in the Coffee Break Club. So the Academy has one-off courses for beginners, intermediate and advanced learners. These are progressive courses that you work through, and we've got video content, audio content, text content and so on, but mostly longer form content. The Coffee Break Club, on the other hand, is accessible, first of all, on our app. It's also accessible within our web platform. Again, it's video-only content, so there's no lesson notes or anything like that for the content on the Coffee Break Club because it's all video-based. But there is a community discussion area on the Coffee Break Club where you can post comments on the videos that you've watched, or if you've got a question about a particular video. And there is the Academy has one-off purchases. There is the membership version if you want the online access. But the Coffee Break Club is a subscription only. And the pricing there, $11.99 for a month or $119.99 for a year at the moment with the Coffee Break Black Friday sale discount. And our courses start at about $59 for our magazines, for example. Actually, I think it's a little cheaper than that for our travel diaries. And they go up to $209 for a one-off purchase for one of our bundles. Do we have any questions? I'd be very happy to answer questions. We've got about 5 minutes left before we need to finish off. So if you do have any questions, then again, I'm happy to answer. In order to access anything that you need, you simply need to visit coffeebreaklanguages.com/BF23. Now, if you do that, then you come to this page that we've been looking at today. If I just come back here. So on this page, all of these links, if you click on any of the links, it will take you to the checkout page, which already has the coupon applied. So you don't need to put in that coupon, the BF 2023 coupon or anything like that. However, just double check that it's in there, and then you'll definitely benefit from the 40% off. So John is asking, is any of the content printable? So all of the content in our main courses on the Coffee Break Academy is printable. All of the PDF content you can download and print. If you were to go for the subscription, then you could do screen grabs of the content to print that if you wanted. But because you can't download a PDF, then you couldn't download and print the PDF as part of the online Academy subscription. I hope that answers your question, John. But it's definitely possible to do so if you go for the individual courses. Mary Beth is saying, I was a bit late joining. Is the sale just today? Absolutely not. Let me just bring this on screen. The sale is running until Tuesday. So 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, the 28th of November, local time. So wherever you are, it will time out at 11:59 on Tuesday, the 28th of November. So you've got 4 days, 6 hours, 6 minutes, and about 1 second left to use the 40% off coupon code BF2023, Mary Beth. So you can watch this again. This link will still be up, so you would be able to go back through and watch anything you missed, Mary Beth. And make sure you're making the right decision. We very much want you to buy the course that works for you. We don't want you to buy all of the courses if you're not going to use them. We want you to buy the course that will give you the motivation to move forward with your language learning, because that's the best way to learn, when you're motivated to learn and when you're motivated to do the next bit in your journey. And we're not going anywhere. We'll still be around. So when you're ready to take that next stage, then of course we'll be ready. If you want to take advantage of this course, then you can buy whatever you want in terms of the range of courses that we have available. I'm glad that helped, Mary Beth and Yolanda. Also, I am really glad that this has helped you decide which level to purchase. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's always great to have people joining us live for these live broadcasts. And I also want to say something about Black Friday, because there is this element of Black Friday. It's like buy. And yeah, that is part of the whole kind of commercial aspect of this. We're a small company. We are a small company, and we have around 25 of a team who are working together to make really good content for you to improve your language skills. And this week is important for us because it's an important way for us to move forward and to reinvest in new content for you. So the content that we've been creating, for example, you saw the club earlier. Basically, Black Friday 2021 allowed us to invest in developing that content. And that means that we've got an investment of revenue that allows us to develop new content in the form of the club. And last year we were able to invest in Coffee Break Portuguese and Coffee Break Gaelic as a result of Black Friday 22. So it's very much about building our company, building the opportunities for you as language learners. And it's not, it might seem when you switch on the TV and there's Black Friday sale everywhere. And yeah, for big companies, it's about making money. For us, it's about making sure that we can continue doing what we love doing, making new content for you. And we hope that you understand that, and we hope that you take this opportunity to help us grow and to help you grow in your language learning journey. Grazie mille. I've talked for too long now, 4 hours solid, and I wish you a very happy rest of your Friday, or indeed if it's Saturday where you are already, have a great weekend. We might do another live on Sunday to answer any final questions about the Black Friday sale and so on, but we'll email you about that, or there will be information on our social channels. But for now, grazie mille. Please do take advantage of the sale, because it's the best possible time to start improving or learning from scratch with Italian. But for now, grazie e alla prossima. Happy coffee breaking.